So we have the pleasure to host here Saïd Hasnaoui, who has been a particular meeting for me because I've heard that you have a very scientific background. So you are a scientist somehow. Can you tell us what is your background and what are your current interests? Because I thought that this mixture of different interests was really appealing.
Yeah, basically I had a background in science, but not in social science, in natural science. So I studied physics and astrophysics, and I had some experience also in some laboratories. And finally, I just discovered that maybe focusing on a specific topic about science would not be the way I wanted to have for my general life. And now I'm interested in questions about science communication in general, and I work for a university. And it's very interesting because it's just a third mission of the university. University have mission of research and superior education, but also mission of universality of knowledge. And that's a very important mission because if you want to have major changes in society, it's very important that people have access to information, to understand the way society works.
So, but how do you think that the university, which run under a budget, which we need usually to pay some taxes or some fee, can link this with the right to knowledge? So do you think that it will be possible to implement a kind of a free, kind of a real right for free education?
Definitely, definitely. I came to work in Strasbourg University, which is the university in which I'm working now, because they have a very, very important policy about that. For example, in my service, it's at least 20% equivalent full-time working on these topics. It's just a matter of will, basically. But it doesn't bring any money. You just give knowledge to general public, and that really requires a political will inside the university.
But as we mentioned this morning during the workshop on basic income, how should we deliver the idea that this type of knowledge that is making available at the cost for a university is not a cost itself, but it's an investment that we make on society. So transforming what is managerially speaking a cost in a social investment.
I would speak for myself, but I think that we just have a wrong view about, not appropriate view about what should be a cost and what should be money, basically. Money is just a way to exchange wealth. Basically, I'm not an economist, but before the crisis of 1929, everybody was rich. Some days later, everybody was poor, but the amount of money has went down, but the amount of wealth in the country has not moved. The natural wealth and the labor abilities that could transform the wealth to transform the natural resources in actual goods was the same. So basically, I think that we should totally rethink the way society is, and we should not put actually money as being the main indicator about the wealth of society. I think the time is very important. Are we happy in our society right now? Basically, it's a really important question. If you just look at the studies about happiness in the world, we just observe that most in our Western countries we have a lot of goods, but basically we have no time to share with our kids. We have no time to cultivate our mind, our knowledge, our art abilities.
The social aspects of life different than the economic one. So
definitely.
Are you aware, of course, of this from the Human Development Index to the Happiness Index?
Definitely.
An alternative measure to wealth other than...
Definitely, and I would like to link it maybe with what we said this morning in the workshop, which was very interesting, basically, because I think the kind of basic income we can have is on different aspects. This morning we were speaking about basic money income, basically, and the proposal that I had an idea about during this conference was to just create a world social bank, basically, that could be led by an international organization like the United Nations organization, and this world social bank could just be financed basically with a Tobin tax, or we are tax on and benefits of companies and everything, we could just generate a lot of money at the scale of the world. And basically, every citizen could have access to, every human being could have access to a world citizenship. Imagine you would have a kind of identity card like this one with a chip on it, and if you're a citizen, you have access to a world account, you have access to banking services, and every month straight so a basic income can get on your account basically, because we have a main trouble making that the help goes straight to the people, especially in the south countries, in the developing countries. There are major issues. Every day, 35,000 people starve. We just produce food for 12 billion people on the planet, and there are between 1 and 2 billion people who don't have access to sufficient food. This is a main economical crisis.
Do you think that technology in general is one of the drivers that can help the change?
Definitely.
Even to address poverty issues and inequality issues?
I think technologies opens definitely new gates, because after this, because these microchip cards could really open interesting possibilities. But then we have also a problem about democracy. How can we create a world democracy, basically? And this is also a technological problem. How we can just go over the problems of protecting the accuracy of the votes, especially in the South country where the political systems are not really stable. I think, in a certain meaning, we have to imagine new systems to just promote equality at the scale of the planet.
Very last question.
Yeah.
After this conference, what do you take home? What is there's a lesson learned?
This idea I just told you, I think I take it home. It's very interesting, and I think I will continue to work on it. I came in this conference in order to make my interest go further, because in some years I think I'll do some politics. There are many ways of doing politics, but I'm definitely interested as a citizen to just help the world getting to reach goals of equality, basically, to just let people have access to food, etc. Of course, I'm not Superman, but I want really to give help. And with this conference, it was really inspiring. I got new ideas, I got new hints. My reflection about these topics really get further, and I really feel that I can engage myself way more in this fight.
So we do wish you all the best in engaging also the other community here around Strasbourg, and thanks a lot for taking the time to speak with us.
Thanks a lot.